Alright, it's 5:45 a.m. in the morning, and I wish I would have got to bed just a little bit earlier. Today we're going to meet a good friend of mine. He's a professional drone pilot and cinematographer. He uses much bigger drones than I do, and we're going to see what the difference is between some of those bigger drones and the Mavic Air 2S, if that's what this thing is called. Let's go. Hey, do you guys have nitro brew?
We do have our nitro.
I'll have a nitro brew. Now, if you want to get better drone videos, you're going to have to wake up much earlier than you are now. Golden hour happens when the sun rises, anywhere between 5 and 7 o'clock, depending on what time of the year it is, depending on where you are at in the world. Here in America, on the East Coast, sunrise is right around 6:30 at this time of the year, and it is currently May. What's up, guys? So today we are flying the Mavic Air 2S and the Inspire 2. Two very different drones. One is much larger than the other. However, I got a buddy of mine, local here to Wilmington, North Carolina, who has his license, his FAA license or certification, whatever that is. I personally don't. I just go for it, man. In my personal opinion, the Mavic Air 2S could be used for professional work, and I use it for professional work. I drove down to the Battleship in Wilmington, North Carolina to get some golden hour sunrise. Let's check it out. What's up, dude?
How's it going, man?
Long time no see.
Good
Quite
to see
well.
You. Yeah.
Guys, this is Jake, Dark Flight Drones. What are we doing today, man?
You know, we're gonna fly some drones. Got some good weather for it, so.
Which
downtown,
one did you bring?
right behind you. What's that?
Which drone did you bring?
I got in the car. We got the Inspire 2. We got the Mavic 2 Pro. We're gonna see, you know, which one does better, how they look.
I brought the Air as well too.
You got the Air?
Yeah.
Okay, sick.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're gonna have all the drones up tonight. We're gonna do them all at once. A little side by side.
If we get them. Let's see. Do we go with the Black Magic? Peter McKinnon. Not sponsored, but this bag is a pretty dope bag. Camera cube, drone. Oh my goodness.
I knew I forgot something.
Yep, sunrise, there it is. So do you think that Inspire is gonna do better than the Air?
You know, I really don't know. I haven't seen any of the air footage other than what you've posted.
Yeah.
So I haven't flown it in person, you know, seen all of that.
The dynamic range is awesome, man. It's just a little too sharp for me, personally.
Really?
But, yeah.
We'll see. You know, I think
I'm so curious.
the leg up the Inspire is going to have is the lenses. But other than that, if we're putting them both at wide, it'll be interesting. And here we got 45 millimeter. We got the 15 millimeter wide. And then on it right now, I have the 25 millimeter.
For comparison, guys, look at this. That's my drone. That's his. Whoa, goodness gracious. So what was that thing that you just tossed in there?
That was the SD card for it. It's proprietary, of course. DJI loves to do that kind of stuff, but it allows it to shoot in Apple ProRes and RAW. So, you know, for commercial use, working on films, it's kind of the quality that they're looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's the best you can get out of a DJI drone.
All right, so while he's setting up the drone, I'm gonna go set up the Air 2S and grab some shots while the sun is peeking out. Golden hour is happening right now. So if you wanna get better drone video, tip number one is shoot during golden hour. That typically happens right before the sun rises and right after the sun sets. In between that window, you get this beautiful golden hour. Afterwards, it becomes twilight, and then you get this kind of like purple magenta look during sunset, and during sunrise, it's more of like a dark cloudy, crispy, like a more moody kind of look. But anyway, let's set the drone up.
What's up guys? Jake with Dark Flight here. On this beautiful river morning, we're coming out here, testing out the Inspire 2, Mavic 2 Pro, and Air 2S. Which one's the best, at what conditions? We got the sun popping out now, let's get them in the sky. Plan before you fly. That's my #1 rule. So before you get up in the air, you should at least have 3 to 5 shot ideas that you want to get in that flight, how you're going to execute them, where they're going to be, you know, where your flight path is going to be, all that kind of stuff before you get up, save that battery. I wouldn't say that there's a good bit of people that have their commercial license.
Yeah.
The reason people will normally reach out to me is because of the Inspire, not necessarily because of my license.
Oh, okay.
People are really, you know, if you're doing commercial work, it's kind of the go-to drone for that as far as a user-friendly commercial drone.
So some of the most common mistakes that I see when I look at other drone videos is that when someone first buys a drone, they typically try to fly as high as possible, and much like this airplane that is right above my head. Give me 1 second. 2 seconds. 3 seconds. Oh, it's coming in for the landing.
Tip number 2 is going to be always try and use multiple axes of rotation with your gimbal. So don't just go straight.
So how many axes does the drone typically have?
So you have your Y, you got your X, and then on this one, you know, you have your lateral axis on the Inspire. You have a wild Cody flying his Air 2S in the wild. He seems to be getting some pretty cinematic shots.
I think it's time to grab another coffee. You want some coffee?
Yeah.
What's this place called?
Luna Cafe.
Nice. You've been here before?
The neighborhood watering hole. Yeah, that's where I get my coffee every morning.
Nice. Let's check this place out. Do you guys do nitro brew?
Yes, we do.
Yes. This coffee is delicious.
Good coffee.
You know what else is more delicious?
Huh?
Tip number 3.
Tip number 3. Fly close to your subject.
All right. Camera in one hand, coffee in the other. Let's do this, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then, you guys know me, push to start, baby! All right, so we made it to the other side of the bridge where we're gonna be filming some more drone content. It looks like we have a cloudy day. I was hoping to give you guys some golden hour footage, but that's okay. We have some professionals with us that know how to shoot during some cloudy days. So tip number 3 was fly close to things. Here's an example of what he was talking about. Right in front of me, I have a bunch of trees, I have a fence, and there's a bridge in the background. Something to consider when you want to get more cinematic shots is have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. And I have all of those here. All right, so we're about to get that shot that you guys just saw that I got with the Air 2S. But he wants to get this with the Inspire. So this is the first time that I did a dual op on a professional drone. You see that monster behind me? He's got a controller, I got a controller, and this is what the shot looks like. So tip number 1, plan your shoot. When you plan your shoot, you're going to have the opportunity to shoot in an environment with the best light possible. Golden hour is one of the best times to shoot. You know, a day like this where it's cloudy, it's gonna be more dark and moody. So if you're into that kind of thing, cloudy is the best time to shoot.
Tip number 2, you're gonna wanna try and get multiple axis of movement, meaning you are gonna wanna be flying your drone in one direction while moving your gimbal in another direction. This is going to allow for more dynamic flight and more cinematic movement.
And finally, tip number 3, put objects close to the camera. When you have objects flying by the camera in the foreground, middle ground, and background, it's gonna look like a more cinematic image. It adds more movement into the image, and if you combine that gimbal movement with some of these objects in front of the camera, you're gonna land some clients, big time. Well, bro, great hanging out.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure.
Until next time.
For sure.
By the way, dude, I completely forgot to ask, how do people find your channel?
Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. Dark Flight Drone Co. We're on YouTube at Dark Flight Drone. Our website's darkflightdrone.com. Our Instagram's Dark Flight Drone. Everything's Dark Flight Drone. It's pretty easy to find us.